I noticed that there's been an interesting twist in these disposable addiction sticks, whereby they've reduced the size of the battery inside and they've added a USB-C charging port. So I thought it would be worthwhile opening one and exploring the inside. So here's a classic, fairly high capacity one. And this thing used to have a 1500 milliamp hour cell. Can I get this off? Is this stuck over? Anyway, they've reduced it to about 850 milliamp hour. And to be able to use the full capacity of that liquid in there, they have added the little USB-C port, and I wondered if there was extra circuitry in this, so let's open it and explore. I shall zoom down this because you know what, we want to see more detail here, don't we? So there's a couple of sticky pads, I'll just stick them on there over the back of this, probably to protect against the battery landing on metal bits. And I shall unscrew the circuit board. So here's the first screw that holds that USB port. I'm going to guess an LTH7 little tiny charging control chip. Or there might just be nothing at all. Hold on. Let's pop this little sensor out. I wonder if they've integrated the charging completely into this. I noticed that while it's charging you can't use it, so that does suggest that maybe, oh, they have. Look at this. I shall try and lift this up, I shall try and focus on it and zoom as close to it as I can get. Am I going to be able to zoom into this? That's about what I'm going to get. This is a classic little sensor. It's got the chip inside it. They've added two more contacts, and as far as I can see, it's just the USB connection straight over to that. I don't see any resistors in this or anything. So what they've done here is, this is the classic pressure sensor based in the same style of can as a microphone. And they've got the normal 3 connections, but they've added 2. I mean, that is crammed now. 5 soldered connections plus an LED into that little chip. So that chip there is actually controlling the charge current. Right, tell you what, I'm going to put this in charge and see what current it charges at. 1 moment, please. Test complete, and both units charged at a current of approximately 600 milliamps, just under 600 milliamps. So I'm guessing this is a universal chip in here. They've basically put a charging chip in with a fixed current of that level to allow for a wide range of batteries. And that's an interesting approach. I wasn't expecting them to have integrated it into that, although I know that some of them, some of the traditional devices, if you unplugged the vapor producing bit and you connected power to the pins from that, some of them would actually charge the lithium cell in a controlled manner. But now, presumably because, well, they can't do that with these disposable devices, they've simply adapted, and this little all-in-one sensor, I mean, it contains so much functionality, including the protection against false triggering and packaging and stuff like that by timing. If it detects that too much is being expected of the vaporizer, it will cut off. I think it's got thermal protection too. So they've integrated it all into that with a basic charger as well. Very neat. I mean, I don't really totally approve of these things, other than the fact that they may stop people using smoke-based devices. But it's an interesting twist. It's quite clever technology.